Okay, live and kicking. Just gotta make sure that I am on the Wi-Fi. I am. Good. And just wait for people to come in. And gotta get some music. Music on the go. What? Okay. Hello to the person who's here right now. Just gonna get some music. The positioning on this camera right now, not fantastic. Is that better? Let's go with yes. Gonna get the music on the go, gonna get the live chat up so that I can see what you're saying at the time you say it. Don't like the delay that the phone thing does. So we're gonna deal with that. Hello to the 4 people. 4 people already? That's crazy. The beard is back. I've got to get my water as well. Today we're going a bit crazy. We've got the water break. We've also got a Coke break. That's just that I need the pick-me-up, you know what I'm saying? Live now. Telling people. Live now. Telling people. There we go. People are here. People are loving it. I'm loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. That'll get me copywritten. So, best not to do that, eh? How is everyone? Is everyone okay? Everyone good? Hope so. Oh, shit. I'm just trying to get music up for you guys right now. More than anything. Don't give a crap about this. You know, I don't like things that don't work. So yeah, I'm in the chat now. Hello, chat. Greetings from Germany. Hello, Germany. Let's get some music on. What are you guys feeling today? I'm feeling some EDM more than anything. You feel like the sound quality is worse. Well, that sucks. Maybe it's is that better if I? Maybe it's because I've not put this here where I usually put it. Is that better? You let me know. My iPhone is kind of buggered up at the moment. So if it is worse, I'm very apologetic for that. This is all I've got at the moment. Building up to a better webcam. I'll just stream straight from the computer at that point, or just buy a new iPhone. I'm pretty sure. Do you know what? I know what the problem is. Bear with me, guys. This is gonna sound friggin' awful. Just for a moment. I know what the problem is. The problem is my phone case. There we go. That's the wrong facing camera. The problem was my phone case. It reverberates. I've been told that before. So that should solve some of the problems. If it sounds worse, better, let me know. I am sorry. Getting the music up now. Going over to Bass Rebels. Shout out to them if you hear them. Yeah, this phone case is fucked. Yeah, I'm planning on ditching it. Look at this. Look at this. That's not great. That's not great. It's broken over here too. Awful. Awful. Bass Rebels. Go to streaming. It's playlists. Stream music. So how are you guys doing? You alright? I've got some things I want to talk about. It looks thin. It is thin, mate. It is thin, unfortunately. Got some things to talk about. Not completely pressing. Last time I had not pressing matters, but I had some matters that I wanted to talk about. This time, I'm just going to take it chill. I've had a long day. Don't need to know about the DJI Spark that's now playing. Pretty sure if you're going to air copyright-free music, you should air it with no adverts, especially for streaming. So yeah, this week I want to talk about Tsuyu, which is the rainy season. Preemptive Mizu break there. I want to talk about just summer in general in Japan, and like a lot of people give summer a bit of shit. Honestly, and people give summer a lot of flack. in my opinion. I love summer in Japan. I think it's like it's a nice time. Even though it's like ridiculously warm. I honestly think that summer's probably like the best part about Japan other than the spring. The one thing I don't like, if you've watched my most recent vlog, is I hate Tsuyu, which is the rainy season. By the way, it's just like this weird, muggy, damp part of the year, and it just doesn't. It's not nice, and I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. But I'm gonna open up the panel. If you've got questions for me, if you want to chat to me, if you want to say anything at all, go ahead. Throw out your questions. Throw out your things, all of that stuff. Let's hear what you got to say. If you've got any questions about summer, like things that you can do in summer here in Japan, please ask. This is annoying because right now Sophie's watching and she's messaging me on Facebook instead of just watching and posting on in here. So that will be the last message that I sent to her until this thing's done. How is Tsuyu compared to the hot, humid September? In my opinion, September's not that bad. Like, a lot of people, like, rag on September. They're like, September's the worst. It's so hot. Da, da, da. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It is hot. But it's no worse than, like, you know, going anywhere in September. Like, it's about 20 degrees, 25 at most. Humid, but, like, all of summer in Japan is humid. Like, you're looking at a top, I don't know, like 80% humidity with 35 to 40 in August. That's really bad. If you're unlucky, you'll get that kind of weather. Like, I don't know. It's not as terrible as people say. Like, Tsuyu is not awful. What's the temperature there right now? I can't tell you. I'm on my phone. Funny guy. No, it's I think today was about 27, 28. I wouldn't know. I was in the office all day today, editing. Just editing for Doga TV basically, and that's been pretty much my life for the past like 7 days. Honestly, like, I'm really disappointed in myself for not uploading this week on this channel, because it's like I always want to be, you know, with it. I always want to be on point with my uploads, and in these 2 weeks, just they kind of got away from me. I've had a lot to do. I got sick, which sucked, because. Don't know about you guys. When spring changes to summer, or when spring turns to Tsuyu here, like, do you get sick? I get sick so easily when the seasons change. It's like awful. Just tweeting this out. This is a new time for me to be streaming. It's a bit later. What do you guys think? Do you prefer the time that I'm streaming here, or is this not as good? Do you prefer a bit of a later timing? Can you guys hear the music, by the way? You're being very quiet in the chat. I'm just worried that I'm not being entertaining enough. If you can hear the music, if you can't hear the music, tell me. I'll turn it up or down, depending. If it's too loud, let me know. If it's too quiet, let me know. But yeah, surviving summer in Japan. Like, people... Thank you, Adam. Keep the music as it is. Nice, nice. Yeah, people in Japan, it's like, if you're in the summer in Japan, like, if you're a big guy like me, I'm a big dude, like, width and height. You do have to take some precautions here, but I'm sure it's exactly the same as if you lived in, like, Australia or something, or New Zealand. New Zealand's way more humid, I suppose. The main thing is that sucks is that you have to. Brendan, good day to you, sir. Good day to you. How are you doing? Don't know what I did that for. Yeah, the worst thing about it is basically you have to wear like a proper suit in that when you go to work, and that's awful. Like, I want Japan to kind of get out of their mind about like, oh, you must be tadashi teine constantly, which means like correctly polite. Because like there's no need to wear a suit in the summer, like, at all. I don't know why people get obsessed with this idea of wearing suits to work when it's blatantly way too hot to be even thinking of doing that. Tell me about, like, in your countries, wherever you may be in the world, do you have to wear suits in the summer, or is that just an England and Japan thing? Because I will say this, a lot of like business practices that are Japanese often are reflected in England too, mainly because due to history we brought a lot of our business practices over here. Coca-Cola break, yay. And that often disappoints me because I'm like, these were the business practices of England when we were like, you know, an empire, not now. Like, in recent news, there was a guy in England who just flat out refused to wear pants, long trousers, went to work in shorts. They were really angry at him, so the next day he came in a dress, and then the company was just like, alright, yeah, you can come in shorts. Like, the world's got to step up and like evolve a bit, in my opinion. Work for the NHS. Dress code is pretty non-existent if you're office-based. People in shorts and sandals last week. That's progressive. I like that. Adam, you should applaud the people who work at the NHS, honestly. Well, I mean, you work at the NHS, but you should applaud the NHS for letting you do that, because I've never worked in an office that allowed that kind of dress code, honestly. I think it's quite ridiculous that you can't just wear what you want, work in what's most comfortable. Like, I like wearing suits in the winter when it's warm to wear a suit. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. Collared shirt, polo, and slacks. Very good. Boku wa otaku. I bought Yotsubato, as you mentioned. Yes, this guy bought Yotsubato. Thank you. Well done. Very good. I'm so happy that people have taken that advice when I said buy Yotsubato, because a lot of people, there was a lot of comments that were like, Yotsubato's rubbish, don't read that, like, you're not going to learn Japanese. It's not about whether or not you're learning new Japanese or anything like that. It's about building your reading speed up. And if you can read through Yotsubato quickly and efficiently, like, it's great. Yes, and it is hilarious. It is a very funny manga. Like, the way that Yotsuba acts, the way that people react to her, like, especially, and I will say this, if you live in Japan, you will meet, I'm not saying that you'll meet them, but like, you'll see kids who act just like Yotsuba from Yotsubato, like, where they're just like, the world is amazing, and they just attack everything. And actually, a fantastic thing, they even bring it up in Yotsubato, like, how do Japanese people survive the summer heat here? I can tell you how they survive the summer heat. They do some bizarre things. One thing they do, if you've never heard of a YouTube channel called the Waggy Pies, or whatever they're called, they made a video about it recently. Japanese people believe that if you eat eel in the summer, then you'll stay cooler, which I don't personally agree with. I think eel's very heavy on the stomach, but that's just me. And obviously a lot of like Japanese diets are like gluten-based, very heavy on the carbs. Not perfect for summer, I will say. And they eat curry and like spicy foods in the summer because they match the temperature, I guess. I don't know. I've asked about it and be like, why? Why'd you do this? And they're just like, well, we just do. But also, I think the main thing is like, they're just, they're just thin people, so they don't have to deal with the heat so much. Shipwreck, what is Tsuyu? Tsuyu is the Japanese word for rainy season. And it's basically, it's not like a monsoon season where it's consistent rain. It's just kind of where the clouds give up. And throughout the whole of the spring, there'll be like smatterings of rain that are quite heavy. And then it will build in heat quite rapidly. And the clouds absorb tons and tons and tons of humidity. And then the heavens open, unfortunately, in the summertime. And it's about a month and a half of just, you know, it could rain today, it could not, it could rain. Hey, 11 people here. Nice to see you. Hello. The next one. I'm following your advice and reading novels in Japanese. That's really good, man. I can't read novels in Japanese. I mean, I guess I could if I, like, tried to, but I have no interest in reading novels in Japanese, like the amount of characters and stuff that I don't know versus like what I do know and all this stuff. It's like, it's a bit of an effort. I prefer reading manga because even if you don't understand the whole of the sentence, you kind of can get an idea out of it, which is nice. But man, that's really good. If you're like busting out the novels, like, woo, crazy strong skills. Crazy strong skills, and I'm proud of you. I started with manga too. Yeah, man, like, that's the way. We like it. If I look a bit tired, it is because I've been to the office today. The Mizu break is real. Yeah, I had to do some editing for a really exciting project that I've been working on. I shouldn't reveal it now. It is super exciting though for me in terms of like trying new editing styles and doing new things that I've never tried before. It's fun. I'm loving my job right now. It's challenging in a perfect way. Sounds very lame. But yeah, surviving the summer heat. What's the best advice I could say? Probably the best advice I could ever give is do as the Japanese do. If you move out here, or if even you're visiting here, there's stuff called cool biz. If you don't know what that is, if you want to look smart, but also stay not like you're in an internal hellfire, you can buy these things called cool biz, and they're basically just polo shirts. I'm actually wearing a cool biz right now. It's a polo shirt, and they're just really breathable, like, and they're just made to be super, super breathable. And I'm pretty sure, well, this one doesn't show up at all, but I'm pretty sure they don't show sweat marks either, or something like that. Like, it's just to make you seem like a little bit stylish while you're doing your do at work. Do I use HelloTalk? I used to use HelloTalk a while back. And I really, really, really enjoy it, and I recommend it to a lot of people. It's just, I think that HelloTalk has some issues in that. Well, here's my prime disagreements, not disagreements, but the thing I don't like about HelloTalk over everything, and this is, I guess, the further down the advanced line you go. Like, I'm not advanced in Japanese. I would say I'm intermediate, or upper intermediate at best. But like, even because HelloTalk, it's meant to be like a live blogging system. It's kind of like Twitter, but then you can alter people's tweets and correct them and stuff like that. Japanese people, not fantastic at reading, and I'm guilty of this too, but in a different sense. But Japanese people are not fantastic at reading like context from things. So like, if you write something in a message and you're trying to be funny and you say it wrong as a like, you're meant to be saying it wrong, it's a joke because you've said it wrong, or you even use like extremely casual form that you wouldn't use in a writing sense at all. Japanese people don't pick up on that, and they can tend to be quite annoying, receiving notifications saying, oh, someone corrected your post, and you're like, oh, good, I maybe used the wrong kanji, and they're changing all of your like futsuke, your like normal conversation speech stuff into like mas and des, and you're like, I don't need you to do that. I know that it was meant to be in Mass and Death. The point of it is that I'm writing it like I'm writing to a friend. But outside of that, I think it's a great app for making Japanese friends, sort of. I think it's a great app for having pen pals. Would I recommend it to everyone? I think that sometimes it can be a bit daunting using an app like that requires quite a high level of Japanese at the starting point, because otherwise you're just going to be making posts about things that you already know rather than trying to challenge yourself. I think that if you want to challenge yourself and you know quite a bit of grammar, HelloTalk is a good way to do so. I know plenty of people who have made, good friends through HelloTalk, like pen pal friends, not like they meet up or anything. Ooh, I'm thirsty. Man, am I thirsty. Oh, shit, knocked my camera over there. Sorry, guys. But yeah, here's a question to you guys. In the summertimes, in the countries that you live in, I know that Adam's from the UK because he works for the NHS. In the summertimes, how do you survive the heat? Because I'm not great at surviving heat. I'm a big dude for one. I tend to dress in not very breathable clothes like jeans and polos and stuff, and that tends to come back and bite me in the asshole. So what do you guys do? Like I don't know where you all are from, but I'm sure that you have some interesting things to say. I don't go out when it's super sunny. I have a big fan of my room. UK. Fair point. Fair point. A lot of people doing the same. Alright, people are doing the same. That's good. You don't go out when it's sunny. Have a big fan in your room. That sounds like it. I mean, I have a big fan. I have an aircon in my room. Which is another thing. If you live in Japan, second to the big fan. Nice. If you live in Japan during the summer, it is so tempting to turn the aircon on and just lay in the cool air forever. But that's a quick way to get natsubate, which is like heat. It's not heat stroke, but it's like makes you sleepy, I guess. Like, because the aircon's so cold, you go outside, it's super hot, change in heat, makes you feel dizzy, makes you feel exhausted. I think it's heat exhaustion. That's what natsubate means. It's like a sickness that comes from being hot and cold and hot and cold. And it happens a lot in Tokyo because they blast everything with like the coldest air and then heat you up with the hottest outdoors. 12 people are here. Hello. I do not deserve 12 people to be watching my ugly mug, but there you go. I try and work late shifts and don't leave the office unless the sun has gone down. Brendan, I applaud you. You're a smart man. You're a smart man with clever ideas, and I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, I would love to work late shifts. If I could, I would preferably work all the way through the night and then have the days off. Unfortunately, Japanese companies not terribly cool with you doing that. Sometimes they're okay with it though. Usually just a combination of fewer clothes, open windows, and cool drinks. Tommy, again, a smart man with smart ideas. I like it. Open windows. It's almost 40 degrees C here. I'd die if I do that. Fair point. I can't read your name. How do you pronounce that name, man? Can you write it in, like, English letters? Ivan. Thank you. Ivan. There we go. True. In England, though, most houses don't have IC, unfortunately. That is very true. England is so backwards when it comes to hot. Like, for the past... Like, when I was last there, so, like, I don't know, 6 summers ago, it was, like, the hottest summer ever. I think it hit 42 one day, and then that's in Manchester. 42 in Manchester is unprecedented. Maybe, like, you know, it can hit 30s in London, but 42 in Manchester? No. No one likes that. No Mancunian likes that. The problem with Manchester, and the problem with the UK is, one, we don't have aircon. all of our houses are super insulated because it gets hella cold in the winter. And then on top of that, none of our roads are built for hot weather. None of our houses are built for hot weather. None of our buildings are built for hot weather. So it's just like, no matter where you go, you're on fire. And it's awful. At least Japan, it's like, yo, it's hot in the summer. Turn an aircon on, maybe. So yeah, that's a big issue. When I've been in Japan over the summer, I found kakigori to be a lifesaver. That was the next thing I was going to talk about, Adam. Well done. I'll talk to that. I'll just jump back to that in a second. I've got another message here I'm going to read. It was 31 degrees here the other day. I laid in bed melting ice cubes by rubbing them over my body. Is this going to be a family-friendly stream? Nah, that's fine. We're after hours. We're after the watershed. We can say what we want now. Does anyone know what that means? It's probably just me, right? Do you watch Wonder Woman? Sorry for being out of topic. I haven't seen Wonder Woman yet. I don't even know if it's out in Japan yet, if I'm honest. Japan gets movies super, super late, so it depends on how DC marketed it. I know that Marvel's really good at pushing movies straight into Japan because people in Japan really, really like Marvel, but not too sure about Wonder Woman and the DC stuff because I know that Suicide Squad came out quite late here, so that's something. Yeah, let's jump back to kakigori. Kakigori, if you don't know what kakigori is shaved ice, and that might sound awful, and if it was on its own, it probably would be. But the way that Japan has somehow made shaved ice into like this magical thing is incredible. Basically, they make it into it's basically a slush puppy, is what it is. A more thickened ice slush puppy, can't speak, and it's incredible. It's just shaven ice that you can buy. It's usually around about 300 to 400 yen, which is $4 for ice, which is kind of crap, but it comes with absolute amazing flavors. Like you can get Coca-Cola flavor, melon flavor, strawberry flavor, like any flavor you can think of, and then you can mix and match them too, which is great. I had cherry Coke once, cherry Coca-Cola. It was really good. It's shaven ice, condensed milk, and syrup flavors. Not every single place has the condensed milk in it. I will say that. If you go to like a restaurant where they have kakigori, or you go to like an actual kakigori stand, then yeah, okay, maybe they will have the condensed milk. But a lot of the places that just pop up stands and that, like they probably won't have the condensed milk one. They just shave some ice into it, which you tend to find when it's like families will sometimes, like if they live near a tourist attraction or something, they'll buy a kakigori machine and they'll sell kakigori near the tourist attraction, just like, oh, we have shaved ice over here, just to make a bit of extra money on the side. And they're literally just giving you a bowl of shaven ice, which is fine if that's what they want to do. Can't fault them, honestly. But yeah, how is everyone? I'm really tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very, very tired. This is not gonna be a usual broadcast of 2 hours. It's probably be 1 hour, unless people start rolling in mad styly and asking shit tons of questions, and I'm sat here for an hour and a half trying to answer them. That would be a bit weird. Greetings from Tsuyu. Hey, you're near where I live. Tsuyu is it's on the same line that I live on. I'm not going to say where I live. That would be mental. Never reveal where you are on the internet, kids. It's a scary, scary time. But hello, and welcome to the stream, K in Japan. I hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a good day. We're just chilling. It's nearly time for another Mizu break. By the way, if you come to Japan, get yourself Lohas water. This isn't Lohas water. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Get yourself some Lohas water. It's like aloe vera water, which sounds awful. And it is, if you drink it any time except summer. But it's really, really good in the summer. It keeps you very, very cold. and I like it. I like it a lot. Make sure to, by the way, if you're watching, make sure to share this out. Get people involved. Get people here. We'll do a proper Q&A bit, an AMA at the end. We always do kind of like a Q&A thing near the end. The first 40 minutes is usually just me rambling on about stuff. The orange flavoured water is the best. Brandon, I would agree with you if I liked oranges. Hate oranges. Always have done. And I think it's passed down from my mum because she hates oranges. Like, if you peel an orange in my mum's presence, you best be ready to get the shit kicked out of you. That's a lie. My mum wouldn't hurt a fly. She's lovely. From Pet Botoru. Yes, that's good use of katakana there. Well done. I hate katakana. We just talked about how much katakana fucking sucks. Like that. That's a boring subject. But yeah, Tsuyu. How do you survive Tsuyu? I'd say if you're visiting, black cherry is the best flavour. Yes. Let's go with a yes for that one. I don't know what the difference between red cherry and black cherries are, but I'm sure the black cherry takes the cake. Isn't that what they put in gatos? Anyway. Surviving Tsuyu. If you come here, the first time I ever came to Japan, it was smack bang in the middle of Tsuyu. And it is no bueno. It's very hot, it's very humid, it's very rainy, and that's not fun for most people. But the best thing about Tsuyu is you can get some mad good pictures. Like, mad good pictures in Tsuyu, because Japan, like, all the lanterns and stuff, all of that, like, the natural lighting of Tokyo, it's fantastic when, there's like an argument going on about cherries now. I'm ignoring that. I'm talking about Tsuyu. The lighting, if it's raining, awesome stuff. If you're a photographer, you're going to be mad happy, basically. But I think the main thing that I can advise is don't worry too much. Like, it is only rain. But something that I have noticed is that, like, Japanese roads are, like, kind of greasy, which sounds horrible and weird, but they tend to have, like, a film of grease on them. I guess it's just the type of tarmac they use. But, like, if you wear, like, sneakers or anything like that, it's really fucking slippy. Like, I'm like, serious about that. Like, it is dangerous level slippy in this country, like, when it rains, because they use marble for everything, marble and granite to, like, pave things and stuff, and that is one hella dangerous in a country that rains for literally 3 months of the year. Like, rains solidly for 3 months of the year, I mean, and then has smattering of rain and snow other times in the year, and it's only really completely dry for, like, 2 or 3 months of the year. Maybe 2, yeah, if we're going to be really honest about it. But it looks good, so I guess that's the reason why they do it. But, yeah, like, buy some, like, walking shoes, because they may not look great, but they will save you from hurting yourself, because I've slipped and hurt myself way too many times walking about. And there's nothing funnier for other people than watching a fat gaijin fall on the floor on his arse. But it is painful for me, so I tend to try and avoid it. I've seen people walking around in Crocs, like, in the rain. I'm like, what you doing? Like, you're gonna die, mate. Like, get on some proper shoes, no loafers, no that. Just you know, be safe. Be safe. Umbrellas as well. Umbrellas are the biggest rip-off in Japan, because as much as everyone's like, it's great, there's umbrellas everywhere. And there are. You can get umbrellas, you know, where you need them and that. But, like, they're like 600 fucking yen. 600 yen for an umbrella, and they're also really poorly made. And Japan is a windy-ass country, especially Tokyo, and they just turn inside out. Just bring your own umbrella. Like, bring a good umbrella. You can get some pretty stylish walking shoes. You can. You can. I've got some pretty good walking shoes. I actually also have these. One second. Now, these, they're just pumps, right? But they're like the grippiest things that I own. Like, if I walk out in the rain with those, granted, they're pumps, so they'll get destroyed. But they're like so grippy. I use them as indoor shoes, though, which is, you know, helpful in Japan, where you need a pair of indoor shoes and a pair of outdoor shoes. Your shoes can't get wet if you don't wear shoes. Julian, you're a smart man. You're a smart man with smart ideas. You should run for president. You'd probably do better than Donald Trump. What was that? That was a Mizu break. Yeah. Whew. How are you guys doing? I get on these weird tangents. I get ranty sometimes. I should probably like chill out a little bit when I do that. But yeah, that's right. Mizu break. Mizu break happened. I need to. Like, I went on. Oh my god. Right. Do you know what? I actually want to talk about this. This is something I want to talk about. It's a big thing. It's not a big thing. Right. Do you guys watch Casey Neistat? If you do, I have something I want to talk about. It's kind of a rant-ish. And I'm probably going to make a video about it because I feel like I have to. If you do watch Casey Neistat, even if you don't, it was on the Philip DeFranco show as well recently. Basically, he made a video called The First Day of Summer. It was an incredibly well shot movie. It was a short film, just about like. Saw a few vids, but never subbed. Yeah, you should sub. He makes good content. He's a good guy. Very interesting bloke as well. He made a video called The First Day of Summer, and it's basically about him and Jesse Wellens from Prank vs. Prank living out a summer fantasy like they were like rock stars or movie stars from the 70s. That was the whole idea of it. There was nothing else to it, and it was a very cool video. I liked it a lot. It's interesting, it's funny. It's one of those videos that when you watch it, you go, man, I wish my life was like that. I wish I was like that. I wish I could do that, you know? None of the video was, in my opinion, wrong. But at the very end of the video, there's a statement at it that says, everything in this video was shot on a Samsung Galaxy S8 phone. No color correction. Oh no. Everything on this video is shot with a Samsung Galaxy S8 phone. Every shot. No color correction. # no filter. The internet went fucking bonkers. And started being like, you've tricked us into watching an ad. I've been tricked. You're doing sneaky product placement. Blah 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 blah. I want to talk about how advertising works online, because apparently, greetings from the United States. Hello, Louis. Louis2300. Hello to you. Greetings to Japan. Greetings to my room. There's a Jedi poster there. There's a poster about Kanagawa up there. We're talking about Casey Neistat's apparent ad scandal. So yeah, advertising is a very simple premise. It's basically showing something in its best light in an approach to sell it. There is no other way to advertise. You can't advertise something without it being a sales pitch. Like, prime example, I just watched Back to the Future. The amount of times they talk about Pepsi Free in that, which Pepsi Free is, I think, dead now. Like, it's now Pepsi Max or whatever. I don't drink Pepsi. Sponsored by Coke. Not sponsored by Coke. Wish it fucking was. The amount of times they talk about that and how much he wants to drink it and all sorts. Greetings from Lancashire. Hi, mate. I went to uni in your area. I went to the University of Central Lancashire. So there you go. UConn, yeah. And there's paid promotion, which is just having something in the shot for a period of time that that's product placement. Product placement was having something in the shop for a period of time. Paid promotion, well, you're paid to promote an item and say that it's great and all sorts of things like that, and you can't down talk something that you get paid to do. And it's like, that's called vested interest versus real opinion. It's vested bias, basically. None of the video that Casey Neistat made was in any way a review or saying anything Mizu greater than Coke. It is. Do you know what? Ivan, that was a Mizu break, babe. Just for you. I just called you babe. That's fucking weird. Yeah. So none of the Mizu break. I should have a. I need a sound thing, right? Oh, dude, Mizu ad, 150 yen. 150? No, this is 110 yen. 110 yen Lohas water from Family Mart. Buy it. Hashtag no filter. Fucking stupid. Like, people are so like, I don't know what it is. Are they blind to the... Thank you. Are they blind to the idea that someone can just be like, yo, this is the equipment I used. Guys, by the way, I'm using an iPhone to stream this. Oh no! Paid ad? No, it's not. Like, yeah, the point that I'm sure people are trying to make with this situation is that Samsung paid Casey Neistat to make that film. They didn't. They didn't pay him to make the film. They said, make a film using our equipment. We would love for you to make... I'm getting Mizu burps. Sorry. Clearly this product is not the best. See, the ad was over, so now I'm allowed to, like, have an opinion. Basically, Samsung, from what I know, I don't know the whole situation, but Casey and Samsung already have a business agreement anyway. He is the face of their products most of the time. He does a lot of adverts for them, all this stuff. They said, yo, Casey, you like our shit, here's some shit. Take it, take all these phones, you go to France. Just go to France with them, film a lot of stuff. We want a promotional video, not an ad. Let me make this perfectly clear. They didn't want an ad. What they wanted was they wanted something that they could then take to like a DICE conference or something like that. Something that, not a DICE conference, like a tech conference, and be like, look what the look what the Samsung Galaxy S8 can do that the iPhone can't do. Clearly we won, right? Like it's basically a demo reel of what the Samsung Galaxy S8 can do. It's not an ad. Casey never says in the fucking video, yo, buy the Samsung Galaxy S8 maybe? You know, like, it's just baffling to me that people are so quick to hate on people for, like, trying to do something with, like, creativity and passion, whereas, you know, you look at something that's like completely fucking void of all creativity and passion and even like skill or talent, and people fucking love it. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to rant. I don't. But like, just reading some of the comments on that, like, oh, like, granted, the comment section of most fucking videos that are popular is just toxic, but never are they like, oh, the next video is going to be Casey talks about how to divorce his wife. Like, what? Like, shut up. Like, oh, what was the one that I saw? Like, next video made this film using a Canon camera only, or all of Casey's videos are just going to be camera videos now. It's like, shut up, man. Like, you know, if you hated that video so much, go and take your Samsung Galaxy S8 yourself and make a film like it. And then don't put that ending in there. Should Casey delete the video? No, I don't think he should. And I don't think he will, because I don't think he gives a fuck. But at the end of the day, like, he just got, like, paid to make a video, you know? some people are super sensitive when it comes to being advertised to, I guess. Yeah, Tommy, you're probably right. Like, people do get really, really, really sensitive, but like people do get sensitive, and that's fine. But like, it's this like fucking mentality that like you're owed something. Like, you're not owed anything. And anyone that I know, the people who are watching this live right now are brilliant people, and I don't need to like tell you anything, because I have quite a high standard for what I put out, and I make sure that I'm kind in the comments and I don't like ruffle anyone's feathers, so that we can all just have fun together. I take a mantra of like, talk shit, get shot kind of thing. Like, if you're gonna talk shit on me, I'm gonna like put you down kind of thing, or block you straight away. So, but like, people do get sensitive, and I appreciate that. But like, people do need to realize that they're not owed anything on YouTube, and what YouTube pays is not fantastic. And I'm sure that Samsung paid a hell of a lot more money than YouTube could ever imagine of paying Casey to make a video. Sometimes it's better not to read the comments. It is better not to read the comments most of the time. I love my comments though. Honestly, I really do. I love every time I get a comment on my videos. It makes me really happy, because even if it's like a negative comment where they're like, this video sucked, I didn't like it, I try and think, well, if then maybe they're just trying to stay within a character limit, that's fine. But also, I just kind of ask them like, well, what sucked about it? Like, how can I make it better? The next time I do one, I'll make it better for you, you know? Like, so many people have been like, about the Reacts videos I used to make, they were like, these are great, but there's too much of your fucking face and not enough of the anime. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm trying not to like hit copyright laws in Japan. Like, I can't really avoid that. So that's what that is. Phil, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. I hope you're doing well, mate. Honestly. If you get upset, etc., by a video like that, you must be living a good life to have time to complain about it. Brendan, I like the way you speak, man. You speak some truths, and it's good. You speak some mad truths, mate. Phil, you had a great sleep? I'm glad you did, mate. I'm glad you did. I'm trying to figure out... Okay, so people who are watching this, if you haven't... if there's 11 of you commenting, 12 of you watching right now. Tell me what the time is, where you are. Send a comment. Just tell me what time it is. And tell me whether or not you would want it to be later or earlier. Because here's the issue. I have a bit of a 50-50 split in terms of my audience, of where they are. Half are in Europe, half are in America. And it's very difficult to... well, Tommy, I know what time it is where you are, because you're down the fucking hallway. It's very difficult to find a good timing. And if you want it a bit later so I can hit a perfect time, that'd be great. I preferred the earlier time of last month's vid. Then 9:25 p.m. I'm easy. 7:24 a.m. See, now that's where it lies a bit of an issue. Now, maybe... See, now if I have it earlier... Right, okay, times doesn't matter, Sunday's perfect. Would it be better then, since it is a Sunday, and I do ask this just because... Oh, Matt man, hey man, how you doing? Are you good? I'm glad you're here. Hello. Would it be easier if I had them a bit later? I know that Tom earlier just said he wants them earlier. Adam says that he wants them earlier. But from the fact that like a lot of these people I see here all the time, it seems like a little bit later would be easier, because then it's like, then it would be about 8 o'clock in the morning America's time. Maybe if it's 7:24. No, wait, what? It's 7:24 now. So if I had the live stream at like 9 my time. that would make it 8 o'clock in America and like 1 o'clock England. Julian, man, it's 1:24 where you are. Where are you? It's 1:24. You're 1 hour ahead of England. Are you in Spain? Matt, man, I'm good too, man. I've had a long day at work. Other than that, I'm fine. Work on a Sunday? Yeah, that's the Japanese life. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a little bit of talking on my part. Do you know what it's time for? It's time for a music break. Oh, guys, the reason why I asked, by the way, what are you talking about? Hey, nice. To be clear, it's 7:24 East Coast. So that's like New York time. What does that make it West Coast? I can't figure out America. America, sort it out. Have one time zone. Be like China. It's 12:27 UK time. But like shipwreck. I understand the time in the UK. Would you prefer it to be later or earlier is what I'm asking as well. What is that shabby device you keep throwing around? Oh, this! Oh, this is my beard trimmer. It's like a Japanese size beard trimmer. It's basically just so you can like go like that. It doesn't work very well. I did buy it for 100 yen. I've thrown it away now. Go later. Would be easier for US subscribers. Still fine for Europe. That is very, very true. Japanese size. Yeah. Shipwreck. Everything is smaller in Japan, including the penises. Oh, oh, oh. Making penis jokes. I can't do that. Age restriction. Sorry, YouTube already did. How do you find people react to your beard? I've heard that beards are not overly accepted out there. You know, it's weird. Actually, my company are all about it. They don't give a shit. I mean, I'll put it this way. When you go for the interview, no beard. No haircut that's crazy. None of that stuff. Stick for the clean shaven. Maybe a mustache is okay, but for the most part, just stay clean shaven. After that, once you're in the company, there's nothing they can really do. People don't generally get fired here for like having facial hair. It's not really a reason. But of course, no matter what you do, always make sure you ask your boss whether or not it's okay. Because I basically was just like, yo, I want to grow a beard and then like cut it down and make it shaped and be nice and stuff. What do you think? And then they were like, yeah, man, do it. Chill, innit? And I was like, all right, cool. But then again, my company's kind of relax about quite a lot of things, so, you know, that's a thing. 18 people watching right now. That is mental. Hello to all of you. Remember, throw out your comments, throw out the likes, share the video, all of that stuff. 15. After I say hello to people, they disappear. Why do you do that? Why do you hate me? But yeah, Adam, if you're worried about having a beard, don't. Like, you know, you can have a beard. It's all good. Remember, if you want more people to join the stream, if you want the stream to keep going, you've got to share it out, get more people in the stream, and then I can tell them the rigmarole and we'll figure it out from there. You know, it's already... Unless somebody has a role where they talk to the public, I don't think a company should be able to decide how a person dresses or styles themselves. Shipwreck, I would tend to agree with you, but this is Japan, and they don't give a fuck about your rules. Age restriction. Can't swear. No, basically, Japan's super strict about like the way you dress and stuff. Smart casual for them is you're going to wear a polo shirt and chinos, at a push, jeans. But But for the most part, you've got to be quite smart here. And if you're meeting with customers, if I was meeting with like customers and like proper clients and stuff, I would not be allowed this beard. But it's mainly because I stay in a little tiny editing suite and just kind of edit in my own time that I'm okay with it. I say editing suite. I'm in front of an editing computer. I never meet anybody. I just kind of edit away like a little editing gremlin. That's really annoying. Why do we go up? We went all the way up to 18 people, and then just instantaneously, 6 people just bombed out straight away. You're like, alright, sorry about the beard. You know what I mean? It's a bit mental that I'm talking to a camera just in my room like this. But I really am enjoying the live streams. If you guys are liking the live streams, if you've been loving the live streams, let me know how I can improve them, all of that stuff. What editing software do I use at work? I use Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2017 update 10.5. It's the most up to date 2017 version of CC. I actually very much prefer Adobe Premiere Pro to Final Cut, which is what I use here. Now that I've gotten semi-used to Premiere Pro, it's way better. It's a way more robust editing software to use. It's a way more in-depth editing software to use, I guess. Final Cut Pro is great, and is still pro. I would say pro light is a more correct way of saying what Final Cut is. It takes a lot to jump from Final Cut to Premiere Pro, but once you do, you start to notice a lot that they do better. Visiting Tokyo later this summer. Where do you buy Japanese men kimono? I'm small. I'm similar stature to yourself. Know any places? Yes, Paul. You can go to Sakazen. That is a big and tall store here in Tokyo. I think they've got a couple of stores outside of Tokyo as well. And they sell men's kimono for all sizes, all the way up to 9XL, which is incredible. It may be a bit short in length, depending on how tall you are. I'm 6'5", so it's definitely short on me. But depending on how tall you are, it could be a bit short on length. But even still, that doesn't really matter. You're not looking for the full length kimono. You really want to buy a jinbei. Can't say that word. The One Piece character who was a fish man who wears a kimono. His name. That you're looking for that. I'm still happy with Hit Film. Yeah, it's a good software, man. I mean, oh shit, music break. What you're happy with is what you're happy with. It's just that I have to switch between Final Cut and Premiere on almost a daily basis. That makes it kind of confusing for me. That I personally don't like that much. But that's, again, like I said, just me. Thanks. Seen your video about Sakazen, assumed it was just Western clothes. No, actually, it's like Western clothes and then every now and then Japanese clothes. For the most part, it is Western clothes, yeah. But pretty much all stores will sell summer yukata and kimono everywhere. And because Sakazen is one of the only big and tall stores in Tokyo, it's prime real estate for that kind of stuff. Whew. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. I've not even had dinner yet. I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner. Do you know what? I might go for curry. Might go for a curry. It's Sunday night. Get my beard dipped in some curry sauce. Why do you keep telling... can't you just get your favourite at both work and home? Shipwreck, if I had the money to buy... if I have the money to... oh, dude, Brendan, Coco's, definitely. Tommy, if you're up for going for curry with me, mate, I'm all about it. Let's go. Can't you get both work and home? If I had the money to pay for Premiere Pro on a monthly basis, I would. Premiere Pro is like a monthly subscription, so it can be kind of pricey, but it is good. It's very, very good. I bought Premiere. I bought Final Cut Pro ages back, and once you bought it, you've bought it. So but why don't I get my work to buy Final Cut? Because they use Premiere Pro. Basically, I don't decide what I edit on there. The key of an editor, or the key role of an editor, is to learn. Like your entire job is learning. Hello to everyone who's here right now. If you're just joining us, we were talking about summer. Basic facts. If you're here in the summertime, you know what? I'm going to just say something I didn't say before. If you're here in the summertime during Japan, what? If you're here in Japan during the summertime, here are some top tips to keep you going. One thing I like doing is you take a towel, a flannel towel, put it into a little tiny ball, put it in the freezer, right? Freeze the towel. It sounds awful when you say this. You get a hand towel, you freeze the hand towel, put it on your head under a hat, keep your head cool for an amount of time. Very good for if you're commuting for short distances. Adobe monthly prices are pretty bad, yeah. Yes, they are. Unless you're buying Photoshop. Photoshop's very cheap. The Mizu break. When will that joke get old? I'm going to go with never. Mizu break! I'm actually going to have some Coke because I do need to, gotta spice up my life, as the Spice Girls say. How do you deal with the bug situation in the summer? Yes to what Ivan just wrote there. If you don't know what that says, I'm gonna I'll quickly try and tell you. I can't read it though because it is very, very small on both my phone and here. So let's try. Tansan Nuki. There you go. He wrote it in English. Ivan, if you're gonna write things in Japanese, just write them in English for everybody. I'm really not, but I'm not good with like very tokubetsu kotoba. Like you're only ever gonna read that kanji set in that situation. Not great at that stuff. Other kanji I'm okay with. I'm not great, but I'm okay. Yeah. So Tansan Nuki are like bug deterrents. There's like bug candles and stuff. Main thing that I say is there's a little. I wonder if I've still got. I probably don't. There's a little thing you can buy. It's like a little pod like this, and you plug them into the wall, and they just kind of go every 5 minutes, and they give off this like very nice smell for us as humans. Apparently, an awful smell for mosquitoes because it just makes them leave and never come near your house. And they're incredible. I love them. So that's a way to get rid of the bugs. Hi, Interesting Life. Hello, Interesting Life. Does Japan have something like iPlayer? They don't have BBC iPlayer because BBC iPlayer is restricted only to the UK. Unless you're in Europe and you have a satellite dish that can trick them. Anyway, they don't have iPlayer, but they do have Hulu and Netflix here. And I think they're getting HBO Go. They also have this thing called Amoeba TV, which is pretty cool. It's basically just like a live feed of TV. And that's pretty awesome. I'm about that. Oh, and NHK World TV online player now. There you go. They also have that. I didn't even know about that. I'm not a fan of NHK. It's super uninteresting to me. Japanese TV is trash, by the way. If it's outside of anime and like some dramas, it's just fucking awful. That'll be the next live stream. I'll rant an hour and a half. I'll have an hour and a half rant just about fucking trash TV in Japan. There's that pig-shaped incense burner that bugs hate. Yeah, they have this like weird like pig thing. I don't know what you call it, but it looks like a hog. It's very cute. And then inside it's got a little tea light, and that tea light like just gets rid of all bugs, pretty much. You can buy those. They're about I think they're about $10 or something from certain stores. You can get a VPN and fake being in the UK to watch BBC iPlayer. Exactly, you can do that. Just fake online TV. It's easy. I turned on a TV once in Japan, but it was just an old samurai film. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for TV in Japan. It's either old samurai films, variety shows that no one cares about, that are just mental, or adverts. Japanese TV is such trash. Anyway, again, that'll be next week. I'm not talking about that. It won't be next week. It'll be next month. I'm not going to talk. Here's a question for you guys. Do you want the live streams to increase in amount? Like, do you want more live streams like this? Because I can take an hour out of my day, like, when I can to do that. if that's something that you'd be interested in, and you want to see more of my face for an hour and a half on a Sunday, let me know. Maybe twice a month. Yeah, twice a month would be fine. I've honestly heard a lot of people just been like, do it once a week. Take an hour out of your day, once a week, and do it. These live streams are great. Thank you, man. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad that people like them. I mean, I could definitely do it twice a month. Don't think I could do once a week at the moment. At my current rate of like work, I don't think I could do it once a week, but I definitely could do it fortnightly. So if you guys are up for that, that sounds good. Let's make a deal. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing with my life. Just sat here talking to my phone. I definitely get more British when I do these. So yeah, I think honestly, guys, we're gonna wrap it in about. Let's say in about 20 minutes, we're gonna wrap up because I'm getting kind of sleepy. Need to eat dinner, and it is like it's nearly 9 o'clock, so we're pushing 10 o'clock before I'm eating dinner, and all sorts of crap. But great news, awesome news for me, that I want to inform you guys about. How can I listen to these pearls of wisdom without having my phone screen switched on? John, you pay for YouTube Red. That's how you do it. YouTube Red offers no screen on listening services. It's expensive though. Although I would get a cut of the money. So if you want to support me and support the show, you want to support me and you want to support the videos, you could do that if you want to watch them without watching my face. Okay, I have editing to do. Japan Q&A going up today. Phil, I look forward to it. When it's done, send me a link. Send me a link on the twits. On the tweets. Send me a Twitter. What the fuck am I on about? Tweet me a link of the video and I'll give it a watch. I look forward to it. But yeah. Gonna wrap this up in about, well, now it's gonna be about 15 minutes. Yeah, I definitely think that's probably gonna be how it goes. Fortnightly would probably be best, and then, but then it would be like a live stream on the Sunday, and the video would probably go up on Saturday, I guess, or whatever. Probably around about this time, or the live stream would, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's the way that we do it. One final music break, and then I'm opening it up. AMA, guys. Ask me anything you like for the last 10 minutes. The Mizu is real. AMA. Ask me absolutely anything. Go ahead. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna wait for like 3 minutes. Let the questions roll in. get rid of my hay fever with this. And we'll let the questions roll in, and I'll scroll back and then I'll read them. Feel free to ask more than one question if you want to, no problem. Just remember that after 15 minutes are up, that's the end of the stream, and we'll have to call it a day. Go get a curry with Tommy. Oh, Brendan. So you've been looking at the old Twitter there. Nice one. Why can't I remember the name for Twitter? Mattman, I'm sorry that your internet's tripping balls, dude. If you do have a question and your internet's tripping too many balls to let you do that, tweet it to me. I've got Twitter open right now. Tweet it at me, and then I can just read it there as well. That would be also fine. Okay, let's scroll back, and we'll keep asking the questions if you want more questions to be read out and all that stuff. Just go ahead and do that, and then I'll keep up with them. Okay, when are you going to upload your next video? The next video goes up next week, and I'll tell you what it is. The next video is why live in a share house. It's basically my reasonings as to why I live where I live, and how much it costs and all that stuff. And it's going to be edited pretty cool way. I'm really excited for it. And then after that, what's the next video that goes up after that? The next video that goes up after that is the best textbooks to buy, the best Japanese textbooks to learn from. And I think you'll be surprised at what I give as an answer, which will be pretty cool. What is the usual temperature at the workplace? The usual temperature at my workplace is actually quite a nice, cool 15 degrees during the summer because they put the aircon on, but they don't put it on really, really high, so that's good. Have you ever seen One Punch Man? I fucking love One Punch Man. So good. One Punch! Yes. Amazing show. If you haven't watched One Punch Man, you should. Easy as. Any cool parks near you? Cool parks? No. Cool temples? Yes. Very, very, very good. There's cool temples near me, but there's not many cool parks, unfortunately. There is a river, and I'm a slut for those, so that's my answer to that. How are the Pringles? The wasabi and mayo Pringles were strangely quite good. I was very taken aback by how nice they were. Usually I'm not massively into the old Japanese Gente Mono Pringles, but this time they did well. I was about it. I was about it, guys. What the hell is this advert that's just come on? Oh god. Oh god. No, we want to listen to the music. There we go. Right. Just keep scrolling. What? Would it be a good idea to do a live stream outside on a walk or something? You know, it would be. It would be a great idea to do a live stream on the go. And I'm actually working towards doing that. To do that though, I need to get a mobile Wi-Fi device. Thankfully, due to my company having some, I can get one. It's just I've got to do the paperwork. So it is coming, and probably it would be from the start of next month. I will be putting the paperwork in, so I'd have the mobile live stream device, the mobile Wi-Fi device by mid next month. So maybe the next live stream will be mobile, like actually mobile. But maybe not. Maybe it'll be the one after that one. But I'd also have to get a tripod for you guys. I'm not buying a selfie stick. No, I will buy a Gorilla Grip tripod for the iPhone. By the way, if anyone knows where to get those on the cheap, like link-wise, tweet the link at me. I would really appreciate it. I can't seem to find a cheap one at all. Is Japan better than the UK? For a lot of things, yes. For a lot of things, no. In all honesty, there's a lot I miss about the UK in terms of like the way things work and stuff. there's a lot I really, really, really don't miss about the UK. The fact that I can walk down the road at 3 in the morning here and not have a fear of getting stabbed or mugged is quite nice. I like how cheap living here is compared to the true cost of living in the UK with tax and stuff. You know, little things like that. Something I don't miss about living in the something I do miss about living in the UK, which is completely selfish, but you know, I work hard for the money that I earn. Yeah, student loans. Student loans absolutely bum rape you if you live abroad, and especially destroy you if you live in Japan, especially if you're from the UK. So that sucks, and I don't like it. Hashtag no filter. So dumb. Do they have Indian food places there, or is it just Japanese curry? No, they actually do have Indian food places. There's 3 Indians in my town. Not Indian people, 3 Indian shops. There's many an Indian person who lives in my town, I suppose. Mizu break. No, there's loads of Indian restaurants here. And actually, well, they tend to be like Nepalese, I guess. There's some like Bangladeshi and stuff. Indian curry is like the bomb diggity though, so I'm all about it. It does tend to be a little bit pricey here though. But that's just Tokyo prices in general. Sounds interesting. Are you going to get a Niku burger from Moss Burger? Dude, Brendan, you're a mind reader. I'm actually going to go and film the Niku burger. I think I'm going to go do that like next week. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. And it's going to be in a similar style to my secret McDonald's menu burger video. If you ever saw that, I'm just going to go mental with it. I'm hella excited for the Niku burger. It looks awful. It looks terrible, but it's going to be great. I mean, I'm going to look forward to smashing it into my face and get my beard all covered in meat. Charlotte just did a video on the Share House one. Yeah, I saw the Share House videos. Actually, Internationally Me did one as well. In the same share house, which was a bit bizarre in my eyes, but you know, whatever. 15 degrees is not cool. Yes, it is. It's cold compared to this heat. Hey man, late one this month. Is it regularly going to be this time now? Lucas, it might be this time, or a little bit later than usual. Yeah. Just this seems to work out a lot better for like all my people who watch me. So. Like if it's too, I'm sorry if it doesn't work out for you. I do have to just kind of like, you know, meet all standards. I'm sorry, but like if it does work for you, that's brilliant, and it seems to be working out for the most people. So that's really good. Slut for those what? Slut for those curvy, sensuous rivers. Oh yeah, yeah, I love rivers. No, I just like paddling. I just like being in the water. I think I'm a water baby. Indian curry is the best curry. It is curry. What? Yeah, of course it's curry. Indian curry is the best curry. I agree. Japanese curry is a solid second though. And that brings us to the end of the questions, and which brings us to the end of the AMA, which brings us to the end of the live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sticking around. It was a great time. I had fun. I hope you guys had a great time. Just quickly, we'll have a tiny new Mizu break. Tiny Mizu break to end the live stream off. There it is. Lucas, do not apologise for getting here late, man. The main thing is you got here in the end. It's been a great time, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Remember that we're now going to try a new fortnightly system. So the next live stream I do will be the week after next, and I'll make sure to remind you in my videos. Make sure to check back next week for the Why to Live in a Share House video. I hope you really enjoy it. I'm going to have a great time editing it. I start editing it tomorrow. And make sure to go over to Doga TV. Watch my stuff on there. There's a big, exciting video coming out for me. A massive video for me. I got a great opportunity to make something that I've never made before. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. I love you. And we're just going to let this roll over to a solid 80 minutes because then I won't have to deal with my OCD. But thank you very much, guys. And peace out. I love your faces. Copying people.